Hi everyone, happy Saturday. Well, it's almost Easter, so I hope you're all got plans for Easter. I went out shopping with my niece today, food shopping, and I remembered to get some Easter eggs for the little ones. I always forget things like this. Luckily they had a lot left. What have I been doing? Well, I still haven't done the linings for the bags. Every intention, you know. But you know what good intentions do, they fall by the wayside. Well, they're doing this house anyway. I got a message off Christina saying she was back from her holidays and had I done the bag linings, and like, no. As I said, full of good intentions, that's me. My body clock's been up the wall. It hasn't helped that the clocks went forward an hour. I mean, I can't blame it all on that, but I've been doing sort of, you know, the, how can I put it, the sleeping pattern of an owl, really. I've been up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, the day I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, it was actually 5 o'clock in the morning, because that was the day that the clocks went forward. And I think I mentioned before, I frightened my niece to death because she'd come around to the house and the curtains were closed up and down and I didn't answer the door. So she thought something ill had befallen me, but no, I was sleeping. Well, what have I been doing? I've been doing more of the arm warmers. I did show you the ones that I've been doing, but I've been doing a different style. I've been doing a different, they're all falling on the floor, a different style. They've got the turn back, but it's sewn down with the button. I've got those in the green. And I think that's the trouble with leather furniture, or pseudo leather, what do they call it, leather. Everything slides off it. I've got them in purple. Wouldn't be me if it wasn't they weren't purple, would they? It's got them in purple with a nice little button on it with the purple. Got them in blue. It's a nice blue, it's sort of like a bluebell blue. They've got a nice little button on them. And I've got them in grey. I don't know why I just don't throw them all on the floor, because that's where they're all sliding to. Never mind. I've got them in grey. That's a... show you a different hand for a change. Grey with a nice little bluey grey button on them. But they're super warm, these, you know, because they're done in a closed stitch. So, you know. And then the last pair I've done in that style is sort of a coral red shade, really, isn't it? It's not pink, it's not red, it's in between. That's the colour. And they've got nice little buttons on with flowers. So that's what I've been doing with my time, whilst I've been not doing everything else. I did another pair of the yeah, that's the right way, yes. Did another pair of the very snug arm warmers. I've got a sore thumb. I have what they call club thumbs. The nails don't grow, because if they grow out at a funny angle and then they catch on everything. It's a genetic thing. It's a wide nail. It's called a club thumb. I've got them on both hands. But I get a lot of, I call them frost cracks. You know, the little cracks that come at the top of you. I've got one on my heel at the moment that's absolutely murdering me. Still, these things are sent to try us. Oh, I've got 2 pairs of, well, all you can see is the top of my head goes, just throw mittens back onto the chair again. Yeah, I've got 2 pairs, mostly white. That's a white one in a lacy pattern with just the 3 little buttons. Obviously there's a pair of them. Why can I not get them on straight? That's right. They've got little buttons on. They're lacy ones. Even though they're lacy, they're warm, you know. They're quite warm. And if you're really cold, you can put a pair of fine gloves underneath them and put these over the top for a bit of fancy. And then the other one I made is white with grey. And I did like a little grey flower on that and a grey top to it, just to make it a bit different than being all white. Because that might be the bit that gets the dirtiest, if you know what I mean. Unless you're a lady, of course, and you don't get your hands dirty. I've only got to go near anything and I just get dirty. You know, people say, why do you wear clean clothes every single day? Surely they're not dirty after one day. Oh no. I miss my mouth with everything I'm eating and drinking. So I usually have decorations down in front of me. Today I had crumbs, but they actually caught in the beads that belong to this. They're sewn on, they're not. That's why I'm not wearing a necklace, because a necklace looks silly because you've got this necklace effect on the top here. What a waffler I am. What a waffler. My work in progress at the moment is I'm doing, have you ever watched Randy? Oh, here we go again, Randy. Randy's rambling. I can't get it right. I asked her to do one for me and she said, Joyous Jan's, oh, Jolly Johns. Yeah. She's good at alliteration, is Randy. I'm not. Anyway, she made this top quite a while back that I really liked. I think it's called not Midnight the Movies or something like that. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, but of course there's many others as well. It's going to be a shrug, but you start with a big granny square. But I was using, you know, the ice cakes that in chain that I bought, was it last week or the week before when Sue was here? Maybe last week, I think. But it doesn't have as much yardage as the Karen cakes and things like that. So I've had to introduce some black into it, some plain black in between the rows. I'm actually quite glad I'd done this one first. I should say I've done this first, not I'd done. I've done this one first because obviously for myself I'm going to need it bigger, because this is like average ladies when it's going to be finished. You fold it over and you put cuffs on it, but it turns out to be one of those like big shrug things, because I'm going to need mine bigger than this, because this is like normal size lady and I'm a little bit plus normal size lady. Alright, a lot. Okay, have it your own way. So I'm going to introduce the black, you know, nearer in with it from the beginning, like instead of waiting until I get to the very end. I don't know why, I just had this idea that it would get to 40 inches without having to introduce black, but it didn't. So obviously the ice, you know, the ice yarn cakes are beautiful, but they obviously don't have a good yardage on them. So I'm hoping to get this finished off and see what size it turns out. And then I got some red, I think it's red, cream, grey and black that I wanted to make one for me. Because as you know, I wear an awful lot of black and I wanted something just to jazz it up a bit. I've got several black dresses, some with short sleeves, some with no sleeves, some with long sleeves. I just like basic black because you can, you know, dress it up, whatever you want to do with black. So that's why I wear a lot, but I don't look nice with black next to my face, if you know what I'm saying. Very draining. It's like when Sue and I were talking about beige. I love beige, it looks so classy. And I love to wear beige, but not near my face. It just drains all the colour out. I can wear a cream, funnily enough, but not a beige. There's something about that tone, isn't there, that's a beige. I mean, there's always a saying, like, when you grow old, like in England, you become very beige. Lots and lots of old ladies used to always wear beige. But thankfully, the old ladies are getting a bit more with it these days, you know. So colour is coming into their life here. Well, I've been watching several live videos this week that I missed when they were live. I've just caught up with them, you know, the sort of review where you don't watch them live, you catch up with what they are. I don't know why I keep missing them. I think probably because they are US people and I'm probably not around at the right time. I mean, I have said I will do a live one myself, but it's getting the timing right. Because when I sort of feel like sitting down to make a video, a lot of my friends in the US and, you know, people who watch me in the US will be in bed, sleeping. So it's kind of trying to get the timing right, isn't it? You never know. You might see me wearing the same outfit later tonight. You may see me trying to do a live one because I've not done one before. So if you see me going, oh ho, this is fun, there's nobody here but me, you'll know I've tried it. I did manage to get a live one last night, which was with Sonia, but she's in the UK, so that's how come I saw it live here. And I did used to manage to see Charlotte with hers because she's live, she was in the UK. It's just the US ones I keep missing. I have to watch them when they're not live, if you know what I mean. And it's so frustrating because you want to answer, you know. And of course you can't answer because you're watching a recording. Yeah, I was just watching Z before and I'm going, hey, da, da, and you realise you can't hear me. I mean, I must admit I do like the Google Hangouts because we can talk to each other live and answer each other and see each other. But there's a limit to just how many people can actually be on one of the Google Hangouts. And also you have to invite people, so you have to know their name to, you know. It's all very complex, isn't it? And you know me, I'm very simple. Very simple indeed. I've not really got a lot to tell you really, and not to say. I have bought 2 new crochet magazines, but they're in the other room, so I'll have to do a separate video for those. I just didn't bring them in here with me, and I'm not going to leave you now while I walk into 2 rooms and get the magazines. One's the 100th edition of, I think it's, it's not Inside Crochet, it might be Crochet, I don't know, anyway. I'll do a review on them on another video. There's no point me talking about them when, you know, they're not here for me to show. He is there, you know. So there's no point me showing you live on the videos if I do make one, because there may be nobody there to watch it. Although you could watch it later if you missed it. You know, if you blinked and missed it. I've got a sore nose. Yeah. So it's not sore so much on the outside, it's sore on the inside. Excuse me, I'm going to pick at it, but it's sore on there. It's sore there, but inside, if you know what I mean. I hate having a sore nose. You feel like everybody can see, like you've got a reindeer Rudolph nose that's glittering. So what with my frost cut on my thumb, my frost cut on my heel, you know, I'm really... The funny thing was, I went to the nurse on, when would it be? Wednesday, to have my blood checked yet again, you know, for the diabetes. And she took my blood pressure and I thought, oh, here we go. Because guess who's been forgetting to take her pills, like, beginning of this week. I've had Gigi and things and forget to take them at the right time. So I gets halfway up the road, like, and I thought, oh, I haven't taken my blood pressure pills yet again. And I didn't take them yesterday. So I thought, oh, that's 2 days. So she puts the sleeve on my arm and she goes, oh, I don't know what you've been doing. She says, but you've got perfect blood pressure today. Do you ever get the feeling you're on the wrong tablets, you're on the wrong meds? How can not taking them for 2 days mean for the first time for ever and a day, I've got a perfect blood pressure? Go figure. So, yeah, I had my blood done again to see how high my diabetes is. But I must admit, I'm just... When I get fed up, when I get depressed or something like that, I always hanker for something sweet. I don't do it as a rule, but if I get a bit... As I said before, I will not say the word depressed because that's maligning people who really suffer with depression. When I get down, I just think, just fancy a bit of chocolate or just fancy a couple of sweets, you know. Why do I want sugar when Maybe it's to give me a boost or whatever, but I know I'm sort of playing with my body really, because I know I shouldn't eat so much sugar. It's bad for me. I mean, she did give me a lecture when I was there about what I was eating. And I said, well, I usually have a sandwich for me, but you know, my lunch. And she goes, no, you can't have 2 slices of bread with, you know, meat or something in between. You have to have the 1 slice of bread and then just spread your chicken on the top of it and have some salad. And I'm thinking, that's not a sandwich. I'd put the chicken and the salad and then I'd put the other slice of bread on it. I thought, oh, you only live once, don't you, you know? So I'm going to stick to my sandwich. I'm going to have 2 slices of bread. Well, I'm a rebel. I'd never balance a piece of chicken and salad on 1 slice of bread anyway. It'd be like this, would it? And every time I went to take a bite out of it, it'd fall away, you know. Because my bread's only like super thin. It's not like, you know, massive big chunk of bread, like, or a muffin thing, or whatever you want to call it. A bap, if you're from certain places. I only have the normal, you know, ordinary sliced bread. So, no, 2 slices it's got to be 2 slices with something in between. If I have salad, yeah, I'll put the salad on the bread as well. You can't beat a good salad sandwich, you know. Oh, I've got something stuck on the end of my nose and it's driving me crackers now. I hope you can't see it. I hope I haven't got something stuck on the end of it, because I didn't look that close before I upset my hair. I don't know what happened to my hair. Well, I think it was the weather that happened to my hair. I washed it yesterday and, you know, people were saying, oh, it looks really nice and shiny and everything like that. And I got up this morning and I looked like Medusa, you know, like all these snakes coming out the head, you know, it's just curls. I think I've told you before, my hair curls when it's wet, it just goes curly. But it's not nice curls, it's like weird curls. I did put a photograph one time on Facebook of my hair when it was sort of like wet and that. And somebody said, wow, is that your hair? It's so curly. But the minute I put a brush through it, the curls just go. They're obviously not curls that are strong enough to stand up to being combed or brushed. And even if I was to go out with the curls, they would just drop out. You know, they just don't hold the curl. I've tried spraying them at one time with, you know, gel spray and God knows what spray to try and keep the curls, but they just drop. And then I look really scraggy then. So unfortunately my hair has been battered. It's really very cold and very windy outside, even though it looked as though it's going to be sunny. It's been freezing today. And silly me went out without my hat. Yeah, I mean, we went to one lot of shops where I got the food from and everything, and then when I came back I'd watched a video and somebody saying it was this 100th edition of this magazine. I thought, do you know, I'm going to have to go up to Tesco's and have a look for one. So when I went out the first time, you see, I was in my niece's car, so that was fine. Second time, puts my coat on, goes up on my scooter. My ears were like ringing, you know. I got halfway up and I'm thinking, you are so silly not putting your hat on, you know. But I've told you before, I just don't suit a hat. As my mother used to say, sorry for swearing, you look a body bugger in a hat. Oh, Janet's never been able to wear a hat. She's always looked silly in a bonnet. Oh dear. It's nice to know you've never had a hat face, isn't it? Yeah. Not even from being little when you had your bonnet on. My son used to suffer very, very badly with earache. Terrible earache. So he used to wear a balaclava, if you know what a balaclava is. My mum used to make them for him in all different colours. And they just pull over, like, and they've got a little hole for the face, and then they come down into the neck. They're not like Burglary Bill's, you know, kind of face thing. They're not like that. Not balaclavas that come over there with just the eyes showing. The whole face used to show. But it used to keep his ears warm. And, you know, if it was the slightest amount of wind anywhere where we went, when it was like a beach or something, It's always breezy on the prom. That's the promenade that goes by the side of the sea. There's always like a, maybe you call them a boardwalk or what you call them, I don't know. But in England they call them a promenade. And it's always windy on the promenade, I don't know why. It's a saying, isn't it? You know, if you go outside it's a bit windy, so a bit breezy on the prom today. So it was definitely a bit breezy on the prom today. But my son could be on the beach, you know, like playing in the sand and everything like that, with his balaclava on and his shorts, you know. But you do what you can, don't you, to keep your child from getting earache, because he used to scream with earache if he'd been out, you know, even on a nice-ish day. If he'd been out and his ears had got cold, you know, he was, you know, if he hadn't got his balaclava, my mum used to tie a headscarf round him, you know, like pirate fashion, just to keep his ears, you know, covered over, because she knew he'd be crying with earache. Fortunately, he's grown out of it. You'd all be glad to know. But I get a real bad earache if I'm in the wind, so I'm waiting for it tonight. It usually starts when I get into bed, you know, you put your head on the pillow and for some reason or another, earache starts. So I'm just hoping. I should have worn my bonnet. I should have worn my bonnet. I've got several knitted hats, but I just don't like myself in a hat. So vanity sort of prevails. Well, I'm just being stupid, because you should cover up your ears if you've got earache. I should try one of those Randy's, what's she called? Rosy wraps, shouldn't I? Tie it around. She looks good in hers. I don't look good in mine. Well, I didn't make one of hers, I must admit, but I've made a turban style one, and I look like I was bringing in the washing or about to start welding. Just didn't suit me, no. Anyway, I'm pleased to say my fingernails are still growing. Yay! Won't be long before they break off. They don't look as though they're doing it though. Now, if I was to put nail polish on them, you know, and then take it off and put new on, they start splitting. And I've tried all different kinds of nail polish remover, you know, the ones that's supposed to be kind to your nails, blah, blah, blah. So I'm afraid they will stay unpolished unless I was going somewhere special. They've not been shaped yet, they're just growing as they grow. So they're quite weird shapes at the minute, but I'm not going to manicure them yet until they get long enough to do something with them. I don't want them long, I just want a nice shape, if you know what I'm saying. Because when, I'm just going to say when they're long I can't use my phone. My phone is driving me bonkers. It's got something running in the background because I'm having to charge it up twice a day. Anyway, I'm seeing my son tomorrow, you know, Easter Sunday. And so I'm going to say, phone, sort it out, get rid of what's running in the background. Because I make about 3 or 4 texts a day, maybe answer the phone once a day. I don't use it for Instagram, email, eBay, anything. So there's no way it should be running down like it is. You know, the battery won't stay charged. Oh, I've got something good to say. My longer life memory card's arrived, so it's in the camera now. And I've also sent away for a spare battery, because the battery on this is a bit dodgy anyway. So when I get to Woolfest I can be able to film a bit more, you know, without me running out of space. Because I only had like the 45 minutes memory card. Well, this is double this one I've got on now, so hopefully it should be like 90 minutes, you know. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, I'm hoping to video a lot when I go to Woolfest, because I know people who, I'm always interested in seeing the ones in the US. Some people video a lot and some people don't video much at all. There's some lovely ones if you're interested in on YouTube from various different people about the Edinburgh Wool Festival. I would have loved to have gone there, because that is sort of like the bee's knees, you know, of the wool festivals. The Woolfest one I'm going will be like half the size, and I won't say poor relation, because, you know, quite a few really good dyers will be there, but it's not as posh, you know, it's held in a cattle shed type of thing, you know, and you've got the animals wandering around, the little alpacas and the sheep and the goats and things like that. So it won't be quite as glam as going to the Edinburgh one. And of course Edinburgh is a lovely city if you were to spend a couple of days there, you know, to go and have a look round. It's a beautiful place. Whereas Cockermouth, for all it's, you know, it's got its little rural setting, it's pleasant enough, but it hasn't got any, you know, historic places to go and have a look at. But we're only going for the day. Other people are going and staying overnight and that, and because it's a 2-day event. But Sue and I decided that we would just go up on the Friday and, you know, come back down on the Friday. We're not staying. I can't stay on my feet too long, you know, it's hard on my legs and hard on my spine. And unless you were sitting in the cafe, there's not a whole lot of places to sit down in Bullfast. So that's going to be really hard on me. Excuse me. Although I can walk, it's hard for me to walk. Excuse me. And I don't have a drink for once. It's hard for me to walk. You know, standing about and that, I find it very, very difficult to, because my back starts to really hurt. So I should be packing my painkillers when I go up there. I mean, with having the injection in my spine, I haven't really needed them for much. Although this injection, I must admit, hasn't been as good as the one I had last time. This one's already starting to hurt me, but higher up, you know, around my waistline. I mean, when my niece came, I'm saying, will you just carry that washing up to... I've got a basket of clean washing. Will you just take that basket of washing and put it upstairs on the landing for me? Because it actually been there practically all week, because it was the bedding I washed last weekend. I have to go up one step at a time with anything like that because I can't carry. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this pain I've got in my back is still from when I picked up that box of fabric. So it's going dark now. I've got little Gigi. He needs to go outside, you know, for garden time. I keep forgetting, you know, because he's so quiet sometimes, and I don't forget he's here. That I have to keep thinking, it's been a couple of hours, he needs to go in the garden, you know. Because he's not one for telling you. I mean, my Buster used to tell me all the time. I mean, he had a weak bladder, bless him, but so he was telling me all the time he wanted to go outside, but Gigi doesn't, you know, and then you have to say to him, do you need a wee-wee? And then he'll then suddenly decide he does, and he'll rush outside, and he can hardly wait to get to the grass, if you know what I mean. So I have to keep remembering to remind him. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I've got much to say, except I still haven't took photographs of anything. I don't know, my days just whiz round. I don't know how I found time to work and do everything. They just whiz around, and wake up, and then I turn around and it's dinner time, and then I turn around again and it's like dusk. It's about 7, 8 o'clock I think now. I don't know what time it is exactly, but I haven't looked. So, happy Easter to everyone who celebrates Easter. I don't have an Easter egg, of course. My dad was the one who always bought me an Easter egg. And as poorly as he was when he, you know, before he died, he had dementia, so he forgot an awful lot of things. But I went one time and he goes, it's Easter, isn't it? And I said, yes, Dad. And he said, I'll get you an Easter egg. And then he couldn't understand why he didn't have any money in his wallet, because my mum never put, he didn't need money where he was, didn't need to buy anything. So she used to say she put a £5 in his wallet or something like that, but she used to say, he's silly, he'd just give it to somebody or something like that. So he never had more than a £5 in his wallet, but if he'd been buying anything, if he did buy anything, the £5 of course wouldn't be there. So I remember him saying to me, I'll get you an Easter egg, I'll get you an Easter egg, get me wallet. And of course there was nothing in his wallet. And he's going, oh, there should be a £5 in there. And I'm thinking, he had dementia and yet he remembered there should be a £5 in his wallet. But my mum, of course, had probably took it out. So the last Easter I didn't get my Easter egg off my dad, but he did remember it was Easter, and he did remember that he always got me an Easter egg. I mean, it's lovely when your parents get you an Easter egg when you weren't going 40 or nearly 50, you know. But he always used to say, I suppose you want your Easter egg? And he said, yes, of course I want my Easter egg. So he used to get one for me and one for Ian. Every year we got one. So that's one tradition that I sadly do miss, yeah. Because my mum didn't carry it on after Dad had died, yeah. So, never mind, I don't need an Easter egg because I'm diabetic and I shouldn't be eating chocolate anyway. But you know I'm a rebel. So who's to say what I do on my own time? Right, I am going to go. You may or may not see me later. I may decide to do a live video, I may not. I'll probably be talking to myself because I haven't announced I'm going to do one. So if I do one, I'll be talking away going, hello, who's there? Anybody there? Can anybody hear me? Am I on my own? Which I probably will be. But never mind, it'll be a trial run, won't it? I'm hoping to see Sue next week. Didn't see her this week, which I'm not surprised because like it's been Easter and different things, and I think the kids have probably been off school. And I'm not sure if she's gone away this Easter, I'm not too sure. I haven't really heard from her. I heard from her one day when she said she was going to phone me the day after, but I'm still waiting. Sue, if you're watching, I'm still waiting for that phone call from about 5 days ago. Oh well, never mind, she'll turn up very soon. And I do hope she's slackened off her workload a bit and been able to fit a bit of crochet in. Yeah, because I know she likes to do her crochet and she misses it when she can't do it. So I'm going to go now and try and finish off this, what's it called? Midnight at the Movies, I think it's called. But there's other free. It's basically just a big granny square. And you do it till 40 inches, then you stitch it up and you put little cuff things on it. So hopefully you'll see it finished by, well, you will by the next time I do a video, won't you? So, as I said before, happy Easter, one and all. And, oh, thank you for all my new subscribers as well. You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy it. So, happy Easter, everybody. Bye now.